Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And already we're underway here.
Sağ ol Burak. İlk maç bakalım ne olacak.
Çocuğumuz öyle güzel bakacak ki. Ama arada bana da müsaade edeceksin ha. Ben de bakmak istiyorum.
Onu da bilemiyorum. Bakacağız artık.
Allah Allah. Ya bu.
And he does it pretty much better than anyone else. Class. And the keeper beats it away. Played it early. Oh, that was vital. He's having a shot! The ball is loose and the chase is on.
Ben biraz oynadım da.
Ben ne zamana kadar?
O kadarını oynamadım. Uzun yazmayın. Kısa kısa yazarsanız hem rahat okurum hem orayı okurken gol yememiş oluruz.
Ya dur bir de
He will be livid with himself. Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. He's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Threads one in. Tries a shot. It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Iniesta. Oh, good-looking ball. Rummenigge unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Aleykümselam.
Rummenigge picks it up out wide.
Önemli olan iş.
Tries to pass it through. Pass somewhat off target. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And the pass is intercepted. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough.
Maalesef Beşiktaş bilmiyorum. Yeni çocuk attı golü ya. Bir dahaki maça düzelir mi, düzelmezler mi?
He welcomes it in.
Devre arasında olan sen söyle adını.
Hani 3. turunun haberini alınca ben
Aynen. Devre arasında olan transferler biraz zor transfer abi. Alışacak edecek de.
durumlarında ben
Ama yine de çocuklar istekli oynadı ya.
ağaç
İnşallah düzelir şeye bir dahaki maça. Isınırlar yani. Adam Rovaşata'yı çaktı hemen.
Allah'ım sağ olsun. Cihaz almayla başlarız.
And it's Totti. And that's been intercepted. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition.
O kadar parayla ne yapacaksın o kadar alamıyor. Bizde para yok abi. Transfer edemiyoruz, bir şey edemiyoruz doğru düzgün. Onu ettiğimize şükredelim.
şey aslında
Ben kaleci bile etmeyecekler sandıydım. Adam etti, helal olsun ya.
ya babam
Babandan mı sık kendini?
Ah be.
Effort. He flew in with courage.
Totti instinctively knew that it was his best option. The planning beat the execution, though.
And the finish! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Swings in across. That has been knocked clear. Pirlo can see things others simply cannot. Mohamed Salah. Iniesta. Knocks it out wide. And here's Iniesta. Salah. Totti. And here's the chance to counter. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And the shot's on here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. It's a promising position. That's an imaginative pass. Great ball if he can get there. That is a brilliant interception. Thuram. Davids. Antonetti. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rummenigge. And it's Roberto Carlos. Played in by Roberto Carlos. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And he shoots! In for the pieces! They've scored!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man...
And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the...
Ya çocuk genç daha ona şey yapar Sergen adam eder onu da.
Really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to
Üst düzey değil zaten. Üst düzey olmadığı için.
Besiktas, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Yapma be. Girseydin.
A one-goal lead. And he plays one through. Shot could be on. Shot, surely! It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Real pressure penalty this. A formality. We're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. And here's Hullet. Maradona. Can he get it through? That's been slipped through. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That has not gone well.
We're in for an intriguing second half now. Contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Pirlo cuts out the pass. Played out to the left flank. Tries to play it through. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Costa Curta makes the interception. Ferdinand calmly anticipates. He is through. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Hullet. Totti given the lift of his goal. Well, that pass isn't the best. Totti is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Hullet. He's tried one! Oh!
Ya daha adamın ilk maçı bir dur bakalım ne olacak, nasıl gidecek. Bir ilk golünü attı işte adam. Daha ne yapsın adam?
Olur inşallah olur gülümse merak etme.
15 milyon hakkını verir herhalde. Dur bakacağız daha ilk maçta belli olmaz o işler hemen ya.
Peter, and how well he caught that.
Manchester United get themselves into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Değiştirecek.
Öyle rövaşata golü atan var mı ilk golünü? Hemen. İlk geldiğinde yok. Adam koyuyordu çocuğu.
And it's Owen. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Can he get on the end of this? Rummenigge! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Iniesta. Shapes to shoot! Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Substitution for Besiktas.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 24, Maradona. Number 9,
Roberto Carlos falls
number
short.
22, Gullit. Coming on the
Great
field,
vision.
number 7,
Manchester United clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
number 17,
And the shot!
Mbappe.
It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Mohamed Salah. Substitutions
Legit.
taking place.
Cruyff. Nicely weighted ball. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. And that's been
Bu
intercepted.
sefer
Aleykümselam Barış.
Really well and stopped it.
Besiktas are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Well, it's looking like...
And the shot! Oh, taken with style.
Vallahi yanlış tuşa basıyordum da Allah'tan doğru tuşa basmışım.
Just will not lie down.
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Ya zaten sen ne zaman gelsen gol atayım ben.
For that defence, who were made to look a little lost in
Helalin var.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's
Evet yumuşacık ama yanlış tuşa basıyordum ya. Bok yiyordum. Az kalsın.
Substitution from Besiktas. Number 2, Ferdinand. Coming on the field is
Yenilmeyelim de ilk maçın günahı olmaz. Berabere kalsak bile şey yapmayız. Aslında bu adamı yenmem lazım. Bu adam
can sense it now. This game is
erken konuşmak da istemiyorum ama
step it up.
sanki biraz
And this is Ibrahimovic.
şey gibi. İşte balona böyle geliyor. Aman akkodumun ya. Adam da attı baksana.
Just do it. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, the keeper has every right to have a moan at his defenders for that because they never got tight to the score. Simple as.
Manchester United take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Besiktas needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Time added on 4 minutes. Messi powering forward here. There's the shot! That's a sharp pass. Now that's well seen too. Pirlo. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Oh, Red, nice interception. And that
Nasıl
is
değiştik?
that.
Ya böyle olur mu böyle ya?
Fallen apart in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so...
Ama ben kabul ettim.
Doğrusu da o zaten ya. İnşallah öyle olur. Niye öyle dedik? Güncelleme mi gelecekmiş? Ne olacakmış? Yarın pazartesi. Ha, hadi bakalım inşallah.
Hayırdır inşallah.
Ya bana görme 65. sıradan adam geldi ya 3'teyken ben. Geçen 2-3 gün önce. Üst üste de yok BİM'den getiriyor, yok bilmem bir yerden getiriyor. Şerefsiz la bunlar. Zaten herkes çıkmaya çalışıyor şu anda. Millet dizelenmiş boy boy. 3'teyse kim 3'teyse 3'ten adam getir. Hiç.
Selamünaleyküm Ciritçi Abdullah. Aleykümselam muhterem. Geleceğimize ayan mı oldu? Ondan mı yolumuzu beklersin? Gönül Dağı'ndan gelen sese bakardım. Belli ki birinin kalbi kırılmış. Keşke kimsenin kırılmasa. Ama bura incinme yurdu. İmtihan yurdu. Bazıları kırar.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We have a great chance! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So, a breakthrough already. And claimed it back swiftly. Oh, Red, nice interception. That pass isn't the best. Looking for the run. Now it's Hullet. Aimed beyond the defence. Veron. Oh, good-looking ball. Xavi Alonso. Zanetti gets across to intercept that. Great vision. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Now there's a fight.
Nasıl gol? Gol nasıl? Gol. Basmasa da izlesek. Bu gol kesinlikle şortluk bir goldü.
One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defenses apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from you.
Ne oldu la birden coştum mu ben? Niye böyle oldu bu?
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Besiktas and the shots!
Amına koyayım. Salak bir gol yedik ya.
Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter.
Could be danger here. Costa Curta. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, good ball. And in! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Owen is offering a right smile there.
Besiktas with the corner, there first. The crowd reaction tells you just how close that was.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Looking to play him in. Alexander-Arnold. Looking for options for movement. so well.
Well, it really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Besiktas have their second corner now. And the keeper beats it away. And now they can spring out of defence. And there's green grass ahead of him. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. And it's Davids. Stoichkov. Can he get on the end of this? That's Nedved. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Great defending, strong and determined. Costa Curta. Threads one in. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, nicely intercepted. Costa Curta did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. It's a pretty loose pass. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
That is ended up in no man's land. And this is Stoichkov. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Chance here to counter. Tries to play it through. Owen! That was probably asking just too much.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Tries to pass it through. Now who's going to be first to this? Colette. And the finish! It's in! And they are cruising away. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim.
Hadi bakalım.
Bu işi biliyorum Barış.
Hanımlar ve
Bu Veron çok faydalı oluyor ya.
bir icat için toplandık.
Aynen. Ben bile şaşırdım. Çok seri şekilde attık 3 tane golü.
Üç aralarında
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We have already started here. Well, we all know of Johan Cruyff as the father of total football, but what can we expect from him on the pitch, Jim?
He'll be the conductor, Peter, making sure that his team create space and make good use of it. I expect him to be running the show and adding a touch of class to proceedings.
Winning with style, and that's what he has always been about.
Always.
Thuram gets across to intercept that. Oh, easy pickings there. Messi! Messi! Off the post! Cruyff's cross. And the keeper beats it away. Pull it. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And this is Messi. Oh, this looks sharp. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Has a shot! Rude Hullet! Oh, it's fabulous! A finish of true class! The breakthrough strike! He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because...
Chance! That was probably asking just too much.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
That's an imaginative pass. Oh, it's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, it's come off the upright. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Searching pass he's played there. Ah, that's a fine interception. Well, that had them. And he's decided to go for it. And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Takes a shot! And again! Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. And the pass is intercepted. Now that's well seen too. Tries to pass it through. Davids. Now it's Hullet. Baron. Looking for a runner. Nicely worked.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Nedved is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
No, that was never going to make it. Looking to play him in. Played back in. Looking tidy in possession here. Nicely aimed pass. Hullet unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Cruyff. Ferdinand, always a very imposing presence at the back. Now he's got space here. No, not quite on the same wavelength. That's an excellent interception. Defending was strong and firm. Chance to deliver. Pass somewhat off target. Van der Sar punts it upfield. That's been cut out, well played. Threads one in. This is Owen. Owen! He's got a goal! Besiktas back on level terms. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And it's Thuram, done delicately. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And that is as far as they're going to go.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, it's a promising build-up. There's plenty of really... It's Cristiano Ronaldo! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
And that's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. And we are already promptly back underway. Decent chance! And one more try!
Böyle adaletin anasını avradını ya. Yemin ediyorum bak. Adamın önüne niye düşer? Niye düşer adamın önüne ya? Bu oyunun huyu bu ya. Ya git başka yere git aman dışarı çık. Başka bir yere, başka bir adamın önüne düş. Resmen gol atsın diye galeci tutuyor, önüne al da at diyor kardeş diyor. Ulan be, gıvıttıramadım sola doğru. Sola doğru gıvıttırabilsem bomboş ya. Kesin gol. Önüne koydum galecisi. Ta o kadar hızlı mı vuruyor bu? Ah.
Great feat that.
Cruyff with the cross. Can he get it through? He has found the way through. Oh, he's brought him down and it is a penalty.
O penaltı yapmasa şey yapıyordu. Vuruyordum şutu.
Besiktas on the spot for parity.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Oh, what a save from
Siktiğimin amına koyayım be. Vallahi billahi yazık ya.
Van der Sar is there to clear. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Aimed beyond the defence. That pass has been well intercepted, and he was quick to react. He's going to be disappointed with that. Nesta spots it and intercepts. Thuram.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
This is Owen. Now it's Baron. Nice interception, well timed. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Well, that has not gone well. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Nicely spread. Nicely weighted ball. Owen. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Ferdinand gets over and intercepts. Stood up well to him there.
Besiktas really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question...
Great chance!
Penaltıya ihtiyaç yok. Kendi hakkımızda atalım. Penaltı yazsak iyi olurdu ama
A fabulous game this is. It just keeps
bedava gol. Bedava gol olmadı.
A finish of
Büyük adamsın
great
yalnız.
intelligence.
Sen
He
büyük
just
adamsın. Ama
understood
seni
and he executed so
çıkaracaksın.
smoothly.
Aynen zar zor attım ya. Bak bu Veron var ya çok güzel iş yapıyor abi. Ben size söyleyeyim. Varsa kullanın.
Substitution for Besiktas. Number 9.
So, time for changes on both sides actually. So, all square and not for the first time.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Nedved. Now it's Mbappe. He is through here. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Oh, well played. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should...
He's gone for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, some tackle that. Goes for goal! Lacking in accuracy.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. For a bit more, though.
Ferdinand cuts it out. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And the shot's on here. He's had a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Now, can they get him away?
Besiktas clearly might still do this. Intensity level and focus are all very good, even at this late stage now.
Nedved. Now it's Mbappe. Just eases him off the ball. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Now it's Hullet. Nice looking ball. Nesta makes the interception. Turan. He's in a great position here. Shevchenko! Oh, it's hit the post. That's a half-decent try.
I think his face smacks of disbelief as opposed to disappointment. He thought he was about to score.
The most accurate pass.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And he's managed to get free. He's having a shot! Oh, what a...
Bu arkadaşın adı Gullit'tir arkadaşlar. Manyak futbolcudur.
The lightness of certainty, sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Adam bir tane abi. Adam gerçekten de üstün bir oyuncu yani. Bu PES'in en iyi oyuncularından. Şöyle söyleyeyim hatta. Mevkiinde Gullit, Ve mevkiinde Owen. Bu PES'in en iyi oyuncusu arkadaşlar.
Sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Niye 6 dakika verdi onu?
Besiktas complete their comeback and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist
Süper
of
adam ya.
And the referees.
Evet.
That is as far
Son dakikada attık aldık.
They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is...
Ne demek istiyorsun Selami? Yani
Bir gayfe mayfe
eğlenince
yapayım
iyice
ya. Dur
sağlıklı
bakayım.
oldun mu demek istiyorsun?
2 dakika müsaade.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle.
When you have Edwin van der Sar in goal, it's like having an 11th outfield player. He can make every kind of save and get his team on the front foot.
Has a great gift for distribution, doesn't he? Almost assists.
Exactly. He's a playmaking goalkeeper who likes to trigger attacks as soon as the ball ends up in his possession.
Thuram cuts out the pass. And it's Nedved. Looking for options for movement. And the pass is intercepted. Ronaldinho. Not the most accurate pass. Nedved. And he cuts out the supply. And this is Mane. Cross in, looks like a good one. Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Triol kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, perfectly measured that. Triol. And he's forced to go back. And it's Ronaldinho. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Good running, strong and purposeful. First quarter of an hour gone. Oh, easy pickings there. Nedved. Pull it.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, just skips past his man.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Knocks it into space. That has been cut short. Ronaldinho. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now it's Nedved. That's a shade optimistic. Senegal upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Pullet gets into a good position. Maldini. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for the run. And this is Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo crosses.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
And that's a goal kick. And it's Nedved. Now it's Mane. Nedved. Nedved cuts a frustrated figure right now.
Vallahi hiç dikkat etmedim Barış. İyi oldu söylediğin. Donma falan olmuyor ama acaba bilmiyorum ki Afrika'dan mı bağlanıyor ama Senegal'den mi bağlanıyor adam? Bilemedim ki.
Nesta gets over and intercepts. And they're quick to get it back. Now it's Nedved. That is good alert.
Ya yanından geçmedi, gördünüz mü? Geçseydi yanından.
Pressing
Hadi o.
intense, and it's paid off. He's through here. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Besiktas clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh no, that was never going to make it. That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nedved. Mane. Ibrahimovic, a player who needs no introduction. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Van der Sar comes out and deals with it. He steps in, and that's the end of that. That has been slung wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Ronaldinho, big header! And that'll be the last act of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Some first half thoughts?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Besiktas really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Senegal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And again! Besiktas are looking to go forward now. And he's intervened well there. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Quality ball.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Besiktas clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Aimed beyond the defence. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. And it's Mane, and that could set him on his way. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Mane plays it in. Oh, important interception.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
It's a pretty loose pass. Belletti. And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he's picked it up out wide. Mane. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Corner number 2 then. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. That's a nicely shaped ball. Great ball, and he's in here. Belletti. Besiktas are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Puyol makes the interception. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Thuram defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Nedved played out wide. Tries to pass it through, but that has not gone well. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, they could break here. Veron being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Half an hour gone in the second half. And this is Ibrahimovic! That was probably asking just too much.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Corner number 3 coming up. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, this looks sharp.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter, but they'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And the shot! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, that's a key interception. He's in space and looking for options. That looks a good cross. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. He's got full. He will be livid with himself. And he's there to retrieve it. Now it's Ibrahimovic. It's a quick ball upfield.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Well-timed, excellent interception. And it's Nedved. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Can he get it through? And he welcomes it in. Takes a shot! Oh, that's incredible! Save the best for last! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Senegal take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
And the number on the board is 3.
Ben fark edemiyorum ya. Var mı yok mu? Haram zıkkım olsun amına kodum.
Bir şey diye sordular. Cemile günün nasıl geçti diye.
Gördünüz mü? Bire bile çıkamamış adam. Abi adama mesaj atayım dedim. Cevap ama kilitlenmiş şeyini. Bire bile çıkamamış şerefsiz. İşte böyle şerefsizler işte. Bunlar çoğu çocuk bunlar bir boktan anlamayan. Öyle makine yardımıyla, Konami'nin yardımıyla orospu çocuğu Konami'de kapatsa da kurtulsak şunu. Millet hashtag açtı. Smart Assist, close the Smart Assist diye. Kapatın diye. Bakalım dinlerlerse. Ya 5 para etmezdi ya. Ben de salak gibi atamadım gol. Tabii hile ya. Ya dedik ya geçen günde başkasının sikiyle gerdeğe giriyorlar yani anladın mı? George Best. Aynen. İşte bu yüzden uğraşmamak gerekiyor ya. Oynamamak gerekiyor. Akıllı yardım kapatana kadar klasman oynamayacaksın aslında.
Well, football is of course ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. As you can see, we've already started here. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Can he spark a counter here? Bebeto knocks it into space. Oh, good-looking ball. Looking for options for movement. And he's managed to get free. Cruyff climbs up big. And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods. And that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Up towards the front line. Owen looks to get on the end of this. Besiktas leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Pedri, it's Bebeto. And that's a good ball. Nedved. Best. Cannavaro robs him of possession. Oh, now this is interesting and the referee has...
Abi ben foul yapmadım ki orada. Basmadım ki. Ne kaymaya bastım ne bir şeye. Nalet olsun ya. Nalet olsun amına koyayım ya. Sola atıyorlar hep ama ben bu sefer yine buraya atlayacağım. Anlamadım, topu aldım ben. Foul yapmadım, kaymadım. Hiçbir şey yapmadım. Ayağını koydu, topu aldı. Gördünüz siz de. Ne penaltı çalıyorsun ki? Amına adaletini siktiğimin oyunu ya.
Looking for a corner. And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Great chance! Now a sudden chance to counter. Neymar demonstrating his defensive quality there. Cruyff, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Romario. Thuram.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Owen. And Owen! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Big header! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Neymar is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. He's picked his way through. And it's Vieira. Best. Drive. Best! Oh, great save by Dida. Cruyff.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Cafu cuts it out. Pedri. That's a sharp pass. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Tries to play it through. And he plays one through. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the task, Peter, did he?
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Cruyff, who does have an assist to his name. And that is as far as they're going to go. Davids pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Cruyff has it in a wide position. Chance for a shot! And now the breakaway. Great vision. He's had a shot! It's in!
Orospu karı gibi çalım atıp duruyor ya.
And this is
Nefret ediyorum böyle insanlardan ya.
perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Besiktas are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
O çalımları götüne sokacağım haberi yok.
Found the way through. Oh, stunning finish!
Kamil bir şey söyle.
Ah be, hata yaptım. Pas verecektim orada.
Pedri. Cafu. Oh, that's fabulous. Cafu on a strong run down the right. Pedri could try cutting inside here. And there's the end of the first half. Reflections on the first half? Well,
Vallahi aynen. Pas versem goldü. 2 kişi vardı orada ya. Keltoş'um vardı orada ya.
I think the
Benim
manager
sabahtan beri can sıkıldı dallarına kapının ağlamaya.
Besiktas are heading into the break very happy with how it's gone so far.
Ya şimdi ne oldu ya?
So off we go once more.
Kayınço. Yoksa sen bir şey söyledin lan karıma.
Well seen.
Ya canı
Sure,
sıkkın
that's
işte.
coming.
Neye sıkkın olduğu da belli.
Positioning, so good from him.
Saracen. Looking for the run. The run. Cruyff. There's the shot.
Beni böyle gol atmaya zorluyorlar ya arkadaşlar. Yapman etmen diyorum.
And the
Yapman bana bunu diyorum.
still further. The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other. And
And the finish. It's loose now
Bak
and they
bu gol gösteriyor ki boş değiliz ama işte olmuyor abi, bir türlü bire çıkamıyorsun. 3. sezon olacak bu.
It's run loose.
Ya öyle gol bilen adamın golü bence. Normal boş adam atamaz mesela öyle gol. Ama bu adamlar akıllı yardımla bizi böyle şey yapıyorlar işte, madara ediyorlar. Tek gole
Head one through. Roberto on that flank.
Her sezon çıkıyordum ben bire arkadaşlar. İşte bu akıllı yardım çıktı çıkalı çıkamıyorum maalesef. Ben de kullanmıyorum akıllı yardım. Denemek için açtım bir iki kere. Geçenlerde kendiniz de biliyorsunuz. İşim olmaz abi. Akıllı yardım ne gerek var ya? Zaten benim şeyimi bitiriyor zaten. Üçgenimi bitiriyor. Bak bu üçgeni böyle havadan attırmıyor. Havadan attırıyor bana.
Olmayacaksın bari.
It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender though who was ever so determined. Has a look and plays it forward. And it's Nedved. It's Nedved!
Kullanmam ben ya. İşim olmaz.
That's off target.
Nedved clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Kaçtı mı? Bıraktı herhalde. Götüne girdi hareketler. 48 puan verdi. Niye böyle? Çok mu yüksek adam?
Allah'ım inşallah ihtiyacım
Bak.
yerine gitmiştir ya.
Şimdi gelelim bu olaya arkadaşlar. Bakın. Adam 239. sırada. Bak ben hayatımda çıkamadım 239. sıraya. 3000 ne 3000'i? 6000 bakacağım. 239 unutmayalım. Tamam mı? Ben hayatımda çıkamadım oraya. Bak adamı ben size daha önce de söyleyeyim. 22. sıradaki adamı yendim ben. 7. sıradaki çıkmış adamı da yendim. Yayınları vardır. Ben sadece bak 6903'e çıkmışım en fazla ben. Gördüğünüz gibi. Yani 239. sıradaki adamı yeniyoruz. Anlatabiliyor muyum? Adam ne şut çekebildi. Sürekli çalım yaptı. Sürekli bir şeyler yapmaya çalıştı. Yani o günkü şeyine de bağlı. Yani demek istediğim şey. O günkü ruh halin nasılsa veyahut da canın istiyor mu oynamak yoksa öylesine mi girdin hani vakit kaybolsun şey olsun diye mi girdin? O anı o şeyin belirliyor. Ruh halin belirliyor yani demek istediğim. Bak 22. sırada hiç unutmuyorum o günü. 22. sıradaki adamı yendim. 22. Bir de o 7 miydi 9 muydu onu hatırlayamadığım için şey yapıyorum. Bir de öyle bir şey de vardı. İşte o yayınlar aslında highlight yapacaksın. Şey yapacaksın. İşaretleyeceksin başlığını. 22. sıradaki adamı yendim. 7. sıradaki adamı yendim gibisinden. Neyse siz gördünüz şimdi. Gördünüz mü? Adam ne yazmış? Bak. Smart Assist'i kapat yazmış adam başlığına. Şeyi kapadın ya. Akıllı yardımı kapat yazmış. Bak. Turn off Smart Assist yazmış. Aynı bu da ben gibi şeyci. Kazazede. Allah'tan ben kullanmıyorum Smart Assist. Adam şanslı. Like atıp abone olmayı lütfen gençler. O da bizim aynen. Göte girmiş yani onun da. Figo, Kylian Mbappe. Figo, Kylian Mbappe. Bize de giriyor yani Barış demek istediğim. Yapacak bir şey yok. O da tadına bakmış. Amına kanını siktiğim GONAMi'si. Üçkağıtçı şerefsizler. Söyleyeceksin ya anavrat söyleyeceksin aman aman. E-mail atacaksın.
Uzaylı.
Bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
And already we're underway here. We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
I say I wouldn't fancy going eyeball to eyeball with him.
No, I mean, I always like a vociferous keeper, and Oliver Kahn would be perfect for me.
There's the delivery, punched away. Aimed beyond the defence. That's a shade optimistic. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Hullet. Casemiro. Van Nistelrooy. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Knocks it into space.
Vallahi bilmiyorum. Ne kullanıyor da adam Smart Assist'e karşı bizim gibi.
I think a cautious start from both teams.
Ben 2 kullanıyorum ya. Bir abi. Bir ne oluyordu?
Is a formidable matchup.
Daha mı çok makineye mi attırıyordu? Ne yapıyordu? Eğer bir kullanıp makineye falan attırıyorsa o zaman Smart Assist'i kapat demenin ne anlamı kalmış? Değil mi? Mantıklı mı konuştum? Ah be koy şunun kafasına be.
Can't get themselves set.
Opts to play it back.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
And here's Hullet. Pass is just off target.
Allah Allah ben 2 kullanıyorum herhalde ya. Adnan abi de 2 kullan demiştir bana. Anam. Gördün mü?
That's the throw. Van Nistelrooy. It's a pretty loose pass. There will be a throw-in. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. He's a sharp little ball here. Besiktas are looking to break at pace. Bruno Fernandes going full tilt down the left. Davids.
Manchester United couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Now it's Figo. Now it's Neymar. And it's Zanetti. Who played through for the wide man. Veron picks it up out wide. Played towards the other side.
Well spotted.
Mbappe. Van Nistelrooy. Oh, easy pickings there. Çalhanoğlu. Caicedo. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Van Nistelrooy. Well, that pass surprised everyone and not in a good way. Pullet was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days. All part of a forward's duty.
That's rather hopeful. Oh, what has happened here? Mbappe. The ball has bounced loose now. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Looking for options for movement. And there's green grass ahead of him. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Real chance! They want to be quick to recover this. And again!
Görüyor musun ya? Neler kaçtı ya?
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
This ended up in no man's land. Now it's Neymar. Oh, and he shoots! It's in!
Amına çakayım, gol offside mi oldu ya? Şu amına kodum offside kuralını getirmediler. Bir yaz bakalım Google'a ne zaman getireceklermiş bunu ya? Vücudun hepsi geçmeden offside sayılmayacak diye kural gelecekti güya. Amına kodumun oyunu bir gelse var ya neler çok güzel olacak. Hem iddiada güzel olacak bizim için.
They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. The midway point of the game.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Van Nistelrooy! Straight at the keeper.
Van Nistelrooy simply had to do better than that. He blew a great chance for me.
He's under a lot of pressure there. Vardiol. Now Van de Ven. Pullet pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is constant.
Valla kafa atmak istiyordum ama bal gibi görünebilir bu gol. Ama kafa gol atması gerekiyordu. Yapacak hiçbir şey yok. En azından hakkımızla atıyoruz. Şey değil yani. Baskı yapıyoruz. Tamam biraz bal gibi görünebilir ama kabul etmiyorum. Ha siktir yapacağın pası sikeyim be. Oy! Yapma onu be. Kırmızı görme ha. Aynen. Aha sarı verdi Allah'tan.
Van Nistelrooy, not the most accurate pass. Owen proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Played into space. Engages and forces him off the ball. De Ligt gets over.
Acele ettim ya. Acele etmesem.
So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire. Manchester United really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Pass somewhat off target. He's gone for goal! Pull it. Oh, there's the clearance. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Oh, nicely intercepted. Bruno Fernandes. Çalhanoğlu. Besiktas leading currently through the only goal of the game, an own goal as it turned out. And Van Nistelrooy! Decent hit and on target. Now it's Hullet. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Great vision. That has been cut short. Now it's Bruno Fernandes.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick.
He's going for goal!
Abo yiyordum la golü.
Clearly knows that he let himself down there. He'd like another pop at that one, but that's not how it works.
Substitution for Besiktas. Number
So,
9.
time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 24. Thuram. Number 22.
That
Hullet.
pass isn't the best.
Number
Quality
19.
ball.
Neymar.
Always onto this. Shot could be... Oh, shooting chance!
Şükür şükür şükür kurtardık.
And this is getting better and better. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact sub.
Besiktas are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now. And surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Cruyff carries the ball down the right. He's picked his way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Mbappe. De Bruyne. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And this is Van Nistelrooy. And that interception was... And that is it. The referee has seen enough.
Dünden beri
Evet şükür.
Around as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria.
Aynen maşallah. Nazar değmesin. İyi gidiyoruz şimdilik.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
We have already started here.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Mohamed Salah. And it's mainly because of his frightening pace. He's a huge threat when he's running at defenders, but he's also proved in recent times that he's a top-class finisher. Opposition defences are going to have to be wary about playing a high line because there's nothing this guy relishes more than space to run into. And once he gets there...
Mbappe! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's managed... Shot, surely! Goal! Arsenal!
Adam sağlam. Belli oluyor.
Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
So, a breakthrough already. That is a brilliant interception.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now, he's got space here.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Veron, and here's Veron. It's a mighty effort! Oh, nearly...
Oğlum bu gol kaçar mı? Amına kodumun Salah'ı. Kaçar mı bu gol amına kodum Salah'ı?
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Veron. That has not gone well. Messi. Rice. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Messi. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was...
Ya o attığı pasa bak abi. Görüyor musunuz mu attığı pas?
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Good ball over the top. That's really well cleared. Owen gets flagged offside.
Besiktas are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Tries to pass it through. Owen providing an outlet on that flank. And Veron! It's run loose. Oh, what has happened here? And there's his chance to lead the counter. That is a great pick out. Takes a shot. Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Belletti aims beyond the defence, and it's Rice. Good ball, good take.
Ondan aldım ya zaten bomba deniyor. Bir de yukarı bakıyor ya. Au au. Vallahi yiyordum. Anam.
Wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning.
Korkmayalım şey yapalım. Şöyle bastığımız yere dikkat edin.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Shapes to shoot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. The message is clear. None shall pass. And that's been won straight back. Now it's Hullet. Great ball if he can get there. And this is Owen.
Bu benim salaklığım ne olacak ya?
It's an inviting looking ball that. Belletti. Mohamed Salah. He's found a way through. Nice. Ended up in no man's land.
Besiktas truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Rice. Knocks it out wide. Knocks it into space. Bullet. That's been slipped through. Mohamed Salah.
Owen really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
That's really well manoeuvred. And this is Owen. Nice interception, well timed. Roberto Carlos. And he plays one through. And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And that has been clubbed away.
Bu Salah çöp amına koyayım. Sinir etti beni. Öyle pas mı verilir? Kanını siktiğim.
For options for movement. Gets into some space. Now try to...
Bence de atacağız da bu Salah yavşağı. Çıkarayım bari ya. Amına kodum. Üçgeni doğru düzgün atsaydı var ya. Dur biraz daha şans vereyim ya. Dur. Az daha dursun. Üf, sinir oldum ya.
Besiktas can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Somewhat off target. Bullet gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. And that's another good win of the ball. This looks promising. Nicely aimed pass. Look at the space here. Danger averted for now. Besiktas have got it back and they'll have another go. Arsenal can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Now, can they get him away? This one! That was probably asking just too much. Arsenal look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back...
There's the shot! And that would have been some goal.
Well, that was really good running. The more he moved with it, the more he realised that taking the shot was his only option.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Arsenal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape. Certainly when defending.
It's Salah!
Yanlış bastım tuşa.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And he's straight offside. Looking to play him in. Now it's Hullet. He's shifting through the gears here. Nicely weighted ball. Poor robust challenge. And that was very necessary. Doué does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Doué. Oh, shooting chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Bullet. Ruben Neves. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. He has a look up. And it's Ruben Neves. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. He has found and the shots!
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
75 minutes played.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Ferdinand gets across to intercept that. Messi.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now that looks a decent ball. Now the ball in. And that's the keeper's ball. Nesta cuts out the pass. Played out wide. Roberto Carlos could try cutting inside here. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. And that's a dangerous ball.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
He's a sharp little ball here. And it's Salah. Tries to play it through. That is a great pick out.
Şans yok ya, şans yok.
And the danger is averted. Now it's Baron. And that's that. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end.
And a quick reminder today.
Any reflections
that
on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the way the manager has stormed down the tunnel lends itself to an almighty telling off for such a timid, docile display.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Abi işte çöplerle oynuyoruz. Çöp bak işte 20 puanımı haram zıkkım olsun ya. Abi bir gol atıyor adamlar. Şuna bak ya. Siktiğimin oyunu ya. Saat kaç? Son oyun bu. Bir el daha atayım da.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way. Well, we all know who created the concept of total football, but is it fair to say, Jim, that no one embodied it better on the pitch than this man, Ruud Gullit?
That is true, definitely. He has the pace, the power, the technique to play anywhere across the front line, but he also has the intelligence, the vision to play in a more withdrawn playmaking role, or even in defence. He could fill in and cover for any position as required, and he had the intelligence to be able to put it all together.
He really does have it all. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Roberto Carlos. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Gullit. Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's been played through. Great chance! There it is!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
So the game, he's been bundled over. That is a foul. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. Oh, what a save from Van der Sar! He's missed, but not by that far. Quality ball. He's had it taken off him. And he lines up across, climbs up big! He will be livid with himself.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Now it's Messi. He is just caressing the ball. Played into space. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Gullit finds himself offside. Nedved. Ferdinand is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. That's a shade optimistic.
Santos have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence. That's positional goal, the utilisation of space. It's almost too easy for him, this.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Shoots! It's hit the upright. Big chance!
Şansıma döndü attım ya. Gol girmiyor abi, görüyor musunuz?
Starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
30 minutes gone. And he welcomes it in. He's picked his way through. Oh, easy pickings there. Nedved wins the duel this time. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Messi! Besiktas are looking to go forward now. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Messi, a player who needs no introduction, neatly clipped into space. And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh, he's been caught napping. Zanetti. Zanetti just loves to go forward whenever he can. Ferdinand demonstrating his defensive quality there. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Besiktas clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And here's Nedved. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Little doubt, that is a foul. Ferdinand has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card.
Well, he pushed his luck to the very limit, and the refs just lost patience with him.
Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half.
Yeah, and a heart and mouth time for the culprit, who may well regret his transgression.
Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific, terrific.
And there's the end of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So we reach the halfway point.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Quick reminder today, please have your entry tickets at hand as it's time to announce today's winning lottery numbers.
Santos get the ball rolling for the second period. And it's Cruyff. Nicely weighted ball. Now somewhat off target. Dealt with nicely by the defence. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Danger averted for now. Roberto Carlos. It's gone out for a throw-in. Cruyff. Messi. That's a cute ball. That's beautifully weighted. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vieira. And they've switched it over to the other side. Vieira. Nice looking ball. Floated through. And this is Cruyff. Looking for options for movement. Could move up a gear here. And it's Cruyff looking for the run. Cafu. Cafu plays it in. Seedorf. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Just about up to the... Ah, he's given it away. And he's there to get it away. They've got a corner here. Santos have the chance to go the other way. Now, can they get him away? O'Shea lays it long. That is ended up in no man's land. Cruyff. Can he get it through? And this is Messi. Oh, that's fabulous.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Now it's Nedved. Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Looking to play him in. He's through here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. He's a sharp little ball here. And it's Cruyff. No, that's been intercepted. Turan. Oh, that's well spotted. Nedved in acres of space out wide. He's being urged to shoot. Santos can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And this is Cruyff.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Vieira knocks it into space. Well, that looks a decent ball. And this is Hullet. Seedorf gets a foot in here. Hullet showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. O'Shea calmly anticipates. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Messi thinks about the shots. Goes for the header! This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Passes short and sharp. And here's Hullet. That's really well manoeuvred.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Well read, nice interception. Roberto Carlos. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cafu. And it's Messi. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Cafu looking to get on the end of this. And that's that. So
Evet arkadaşlar, olmadı.
battling qualities and
Çok uğraştık ama
give in. Your reflections.
adam da o kadar iyi değildi ya. Ama yapacak bir şey yok. 2 puan azaldı diyor. 1334. O şeyi kaybetmesek iyisin. Aynen Barış. Kendinize iyi bakın. 34 bininci sıradaymışız. Yarın görüşmek üzere. İyi geceler. Saat kaç oldu burada, ona da bakalım. 0.51, 0.50, 1.51, 2.51, 3.51 Türkiye'de. Görüşürüz bakalım. Kendinize iyi bakın. Like atıp abone olmayı, hype puan atmayı unutmayalım gençler.